The best way to start a new year and a new season of baseball card stories is to go to a card show. I've been attending this little card show in Bentonville, Arkansas for years now, and it is officially too big for its britches. So this is the last time I'll cram myself into these two small hotel rooms before the show expands to a much larger expo center later this year. The first table inside the door had a tasty 1954 Red Heart Richie Ashburn in a PSA 2 slab for $50. I almost bought it on the spot, but decided to leave it there for later and do a loop first. The next table had an 89 Topps traded Ken Griffey Jr. rookie for $10. Which is about the going rate on eBay these days, but of course eBay means tax and shipping. I have every other Griffey rookie except this one, and having no reason not to own it, I should have just bought it. But I pulled an Ashburn and decided to finish my first loop before buying. Two tables down from there was another 89 Topps traded Griffey rookie, only this one for $30. That stopped me. It made me think long and hard about going right back to the first table, and like an idiot, I didn't. I hope you sense the foreshadowing. There were some great vintage cards on display here. Cases full of low-grade Mickey Mantles are always fun to see. You can gawk at high-grade cards at the National, but so few people can actually afford them, and nobody is walking into a Bentonville, Arkansas hotel lobby with $500,000 in cash to buy a high-grade Mantle here. This low-grade stuff, though, it sells. Every Mantle card in this case was under $500. And the satisfaction of buying a Mickey Mantle is kind of priceless. But alas, a Mantle was not in my sights on this day. These are the cases that excited me most. Mid-grade, nice presenting, but otherwise ungraded vintage cards, perfect for team and set builders like me. Big names in these cases, and nice cards, free from the chaos of modern slabbery. This case stopped me dead, as it looked for a moment like this Mike Schmidt rookie was only $25. Nope, $250. Skunked by a rubber band. If it was better centered, I might have made an offer, but I have two Schmidt rookies already, so I am really only interested in another if it is a meaningful upgrade in condition from the two I already have. Another reason I like to case lick is to monitor the market of cards I already have, like the 1971 Topps high number Dick Allen. I picked one up at the National this past summer for $40 in similar condition, so I'm quite pleased to see it here for $100. I asked the guy about it, and he said he'd probably take $80 for it, which is a theoretical doubling of my money on that card. A nice boost to my card purchasing ego. Not having much luck in these first few cases. Still thinking about the two Griffey rookies that I didn't buy, and the 54 Red Heart that I didn't buy, I decided to do a little dumpster diving. Buried deep in this haphazard box was a Phillies divider calling my name, and it wasn't a waste of time. There was a few 2025 cards I didn't yet already have, including Andrew Painter's AA Reading Phillies card and Dante Nori's Pro Debut card. These are two of the Phillies' top 3 prospects, along with Aiden Miller. Andrew Painter will be up in 2026, no doubt. Kyle Schwarber's Topps Chrome Power Players insert was in there too, along with his Update Series All-Star Game card. And since he just signed a long-term extension, I should probably keep buying his cards. And of course, there was a Bryce Harper for the kid. Last year's Bowman Platinum card. The hardest part was trying to figure out the price. The sign said sleeved cards were $1 or 5 for $4, and unsleeved cards were 3 for $1. Okay, the two minor league cards were unsleeved, so was the Schwarber insert. That's $1 right there. The other Schwarber and the Harper were in sleeves, so $1 each. So I go to the guy and give him the cards and I say, I think I owe you $3, but double check my math. He looked down at the small pile of varying cards and varying sleeves, didn't want to do the math, and just said, give me $2 for it. Ha, okay buddy, $2. Now that I had cracked the first beer of this baseball card party, I decided to go back and snag the 54 Red Heart Richie Ashburn. But when I got to the table, it was gone. No! So I went to the other table with the Griffey rookie for $10. And it was gone. No! So I went to the other table with the Griffey rookie, the one for $30, to see if he'd take $10 for it. And it was gone. No! Serves me right for being overly cautious. When you see a card you want at a reasonable price, just buy it. So with my tail between my legs, off I went to try and find some redemption. I found a quarter box where the cards were all in sleeves and top loaders. Even the cheap top loaders are about 15 cents a piece when purchased in bulk, so if there's a card in them, in a quarter box, that card has a real cost of only about a dime. And for a dime, I got this early 90s Brooder Nolan Ryan. I have a few others from this issue, but this one has the diamonds on it instead of the stripes of the one I already own. Also lurking in that box was a 1977 Topps George Brett record breaker and 2 Cobras, the Kmart throwback and the 1975 Topps Dave Parker. Yeah, it's low grade, but it's a dime. Parker's a Hall of Famer now, so this is a vintage Hall of Fame card for a dime. Can't beat it. For a buck, I got 4 great Hall of Fame cards, 4 sleeves, and 4 top loaders. Win, win, win. Still looking for my redemption, I stopped at a dealer who had a 1915 Cracker Jack in his case and a 1949 Bowman Robin Roberts rookie. I chatted him up and asked if he had any other early stuff not in his cases, and he pulled out a small box of ungraded T206 and Cracker Jack cards. My teeth almost fell out when he handed me the 1915 Cracker Jack Erskine Mayer card. This is a really tough card in that set, and one of the more difficult Phillies Cracker Jack cards out there. He was a pitcher and a 20-game winner for the 1915 pennant-winning Phillies. His nickname was Eelskin because his curveball was so slippery, a play on his now outdated name of Erskine. He was also on the 1919 Black Sox team, pitching in Game 5 of the much ballyhooed World Series that year, though he was not implicated in the scandal. His collectability is furthered by his prominence as one of the first and one of the best Jewish pitchers in Major League history. Wrap it all up and you get a card that is tough to find and prices that are usually 4 figures and too high for me to afford. But here I was holding one, ungraded, in poor condition, sure, but maybe I had a shot? So I asked the guy what he wanted for it, and he did what I hate and came back with, well, what do you give me for it? Thinking he was going to be near $1,000, I threw out what I thought was a low ball to start the conversation. How about $200? He shrugged. Yeah, all right, $200. My teeth almost fell out again. I had the cash out faster than an 18-year-old in a strip club for the first time. I've mentioned before that I love Cracker Jack cards with staining. This is how they came out of the box, stained with caramel and sugar and oil, so I don't mind the stains on it one bit. This card looks every bit the 110 years old that it is, and it will be a treasured part of my collection going forward. My card show had been officially redeemed. In a much better mood now, with the Erskine Mayer tucked safely in my breast pocket, I scampered off to chat with the dealers I knew, gawk at the insane prices that anything Ohtani is bringing these days, and nibble at some more dollar boxes. It was worth it, as this dollar box had some delicious bites in it, starting off with my pick of 5 Jim Thome rookies from 1992 Donruss. I love this card not just because it's a Hall of Fame rookie for $1, which is always a buy, but also because it's a reminder that Jim Thome was once svelte and athletic, diving gracefully for infield line drives, long before he became the corn-fed, bomb-smashing bruiser that he was destined to be. As I was choosing my Thome, the dealer offered me a 6 for $5 special on the dollar box, 83 cents a card, in top loaders. Can't beat that. So I bellied up and found a great stash of cheap Phillies autos. J.A. Happ was first in a Donruss Elite Draft Pick card, numbered 1,195, from when he had just joined the Batavia Muck Dogs in summer ball. Happ was a part of the 2008 World Series championship team, so I'm happy to add this to the collection. And the cheap autos didn't stop there. There was an Enyel de los Santos auto from Bowman Platinum, 2023 Topps finest auto of Cody Clemens, and Mark Appel was in there too. I've already got a Clemens auto, but for 83 cents, I'm happy to add another just in case his career flourishes in Minnesota, where he now plays. A 1961 post-serial Robin Roberts was in there, again for 83 cents. And with the mark on the front, how can you say no to this? With my 6 for $5 in hand, I moved on to the $10 box where I found a 1989 Topps traded Ken Griffey Jr. rookie. Having been skunked on this card twice already at the show, I sure as crap wasn't going to let it happen a third time. so I snagged it along with my other treasures, bringing this show full circle, full redemption. It was a little bittersweet leaving, knowing this show wouldn't be here again. A show I've attended too many times to count, a show where everyone knows my name. But change is good, whether by choice or by force. A change of scenery is a catalyst for choices you might not have otherwise made. And we all need a change in scenery every now and then. It's good for us. And I look forward to the opportunities a new venue will offer this show and me. Thanks for watching. Help support the channel with the purchase of a custom card box divider made to your exacting specifications. Send me an email at phillysbaseballcards@gmail.com to talk about how.